This is Maya's email, which Zana sent me. And I'll preface this
Mhm.
by saying that this has all the right message, and this is probably the way that most of us would write this kind of email. The only things we're going to change slightly is the way we've worded it. We're going to shorten it a little bit. And in the context of a cold email, we want to kind of be very, very direct to the point. I shortened it down to something like this, and I'll explain kind of the changes I made and why I made them. So initially at the start, I mean, when we're doing a cold email, just for a bit more context, Maya, if you don't mind, did you have any previous contact with this company before you were gonna send this email?
No, no, it's just from Connect platform. Yeah.
What is the connected platform?
It's a platform for startups,
Okay.
and actually, I don't know these people. I'm just approaching to them.
Okay. And
I,
do they have some sort of connection to connected?
yes, yes, they are on that one.
Okay, brilliant. The only thing I really changed at the start here, when it comes, it depends on the market as well, and this is kind of optional. A lot of the time with cold emails, I kind of skip certain cordialities, at least on the first email. I hope you're well and introducing myself as well. At this stage, I found in my experience that people sometimes, although it sounds harsh, they don't care who you are. And the first thing that they want to hear is what you have to offer them and if you have something of value to them. So the first thing I changed here was I went straight to what you said of one of our directors and an advisory board member on Connected brought your company to my attention. So the first line you're grabbing their attention is the first few seconds from when they open your email is gonna really determine whether they actually finish reading it. A lot of the time people read in an F shape. So they'll read the top line and then a few words of the other lines. The important part that we wanted to talk about here is that how we came across them. So one of the company directors, I even put here, hopefully we could name the company director, say Zana, one of our company directors, and an advisory board member showed you about us. And then we want to jump straight into why we're emailing them. So here I put I wanted to reach out personally as we help startups go from the idea to MVP and have successfully assisted them with raising funds through expert IT consultants specialized in. If we're targeting a certain company, I find that, I mean, if the idea is to get them to respond to our email to engage with us, is that we need to have a very clear idea of the exact problem that we're solving. So we offer software development, web development, we offer extended support teams, So in the example I used for this email, we're offering them extended support teams for software development using the latest AI and ML technology. So that's what we specialize in. That's what we're offering. That's what we think that they're gonna need the most. I then use kind of a case study. I mean, I understand that it's quite early days, so it's sometimes hard to get this from your first few clients, but we give example of a client that used our extended support teams in a territory. This is it's helpful to also name a territory that your prospects in or an industry that your prospects in. Again, we're tailoring this email to make it feel very personalized and make them feel like we really looked into what they do. So we said that this client is able to take on more projects. This resulted in a 27% increase in annual revenue. Again, this data is sometimes quite hard to get, but there's always other ways to word it. And there's always something that you can put in the email to show them that our solutions work. They are now quickly expanding into insert territory or industry using their extended support teams. As I'm sure you'll want to save on hiring new talent as well as be able to comfortably take on new opportunities without overworking your development teams. I think there's great value in us talking. So we're just outlining the benefits that they're getting out of working with us and potentially using our department as a service. So if you're interested, would you be opposed to a short chat to discuss this in further detail? This is a line I like to use because it's a lot easier to get a no out of someone than a yes. So would you be opposed? No, I wouldn't be opposed. So let's set up a chat. So cold emails in general, it's hard to get sales and the percentage of conversion is quite low, but when you implement little tricks like this, it can sometimes help people to engage a bit. So yeah, that's
Okay.
basically all in the email. I think just the main points about emailing is that it's literally the first line is the most important. You don't really want to do over 150 words, and you need to be very specific about what exact problem you're gonna solve then.